Since you guys never have any questions or problems, then I started to look at what other YouTubers are being asked about. And one of the most frequently asked questions is, how do I get confident? So today we're gonna talk about confidence. Well, the short answer is, I don't think you need to be confident. I think you need to learn that nobody is confident and that music is a lifelong journey you just need to enjoy somehow. Haven't you seen your favorite artists talk about how they got lucky when they made their music? I don't think it's a way to be polite or anything like that. I sincerely think that it's just how it feels for them because they did get lucky. And yes, I also think that music is about getting lucky. But of course there's a way of optimizing your luck. My two best tips are to write a lot of music and try to do it differently each time. And do it in a way that excites you and try to make it even more exciting for you every day. Learn new tools, learn new ways of doing things. It's all about getting excited and all about that you think it's fun to do what you're doing. If you're just repeating yourself every day, I don't think it's that funny anymore. So I don't think it's about getting confident, but I think it's about knowing that you will never get to the point where you have mastered music. And that it's all about doing your best to enjoy the journey. It's not about getting good enough or that there is a secret technique, skill, but it's about figuring out how you can get into all the small details and simply make them sound in a way that excites you. You can make amazingly sounding music right now. You don't need to be the best at playing an instrument. You don't need any gear. You don't need anything. All you need is to use your surroundings in a way that excites you. Music is about self-expression, and expressing yourself is about using what you've got in the most appealing way to you. Often when my students are missing confidence in what they are doing, they start to do a lot of different things at the same time. Because when they are listening to their favorite music, it sounds like a lot is going on because, well, it sounds big and great. When you're doing a lot of things at the same time, you lose track right away. And if you don't make your first layer just like you want it to be and quickly build on top of it, then it's like building a house on top of sand. It's simply impossible. So when you're making music and lacking confidence and you want to do a lot of things, then stop it and just focus on doing one thing right. Because if you do one thing right, then you're doing something right, and then you have something to build upon. And maybe one thing right is all that you need. Simply finish the first part in a way that you really like it, in a way that excites you. And if you're in doubt if it really excites you, then try to make 3 other parts and choose the one that excites you the most. But simply work until it works for you. Being good is about letting yourself experiment until you find something that you really like. And everybody is capable of doing this, no matter how much or little experience they have. Often it only gets easier without experience, because experienced players and composers need to work against their habits. And habits can be really difficult to work against. And even being successful is maybe the worst thing you can be when you're trying to be creative, because being creative and figuring out what you like is about trying and experimenting, and if you have a lot of success to lose, then it becomes impossible to feel free. And this is how it feels, but no matter what, it's not how it is. If you're successful, you need to do just like non-successful people do, and experiment and take risks. So the more simple you make your music, the more easy it becomes for you to pinpoint what you like and what you dislike. And this is what is gonna make your music special and amazingly great. If it doesn't seem simple for you, then you're not at a level to understand what you're doing. And if you don't understand what you're doing, then how would anybody else understand what you're doing? It's just like riding the bike. Before you learn actually to ride the bike, it seems impossible. But then when you learn to ride the bike, it's the most easy thing. And this also counts for music. Making music should be as easy as riding a bike. It's just like the chords we create in the video, how everyone can make awesome chord progressions. Unless you're doing it wrong, it's really easy and everyone can do it. But if we sit down and analyze the chord progressions, it can actually be very difficult and at a really high level. But because we're just using our intuition, which we have trained all of our life, we can make really advanced music without thinking about it. without it being tough, without it being difficult. We need to bring everything down to a level where it feels easy. So we can do it how we want to do it, and we can say what we want to say. It's just like making a simple pasta dish. So we start by trying a lot of different types of pasta, different types of shapes and brands. And then we choose the ones that we like the most. Next step is that we need to figure out for how long we need to cook it, how much salt to use, and if we like to use oil or not in the cooking water. So we start by cooking it at 6 minutes. We taste, we try at 8, we taste, we try at 10, we taste, and so on. We choose what we like the most, and then we continue and adding salt and figuring out how much salt. And when we have figured out how much salt to use, then we are gonna add oil and see if we like that or not. Now we have a personalized pasta that tells the story of how you like the pasta the most. The next step could be to experiment with trying out different kind of oils. So for example, make a basil oil, a garlic oil, a honey oil, a rosemary oil, a thyme oil, or mix the different types of oil. Buy 5 different kinds of cheeses and figuring out which one you like the most. And maybe it's also again a combination. So when I have tried all the different combinations and found out what I like the most, I have made the world's most simple dish my own. And it's gonna taste amazingly great, even though it's a dish everyone can make. Because I went into all the details and made it the best way I can imagine. It is now a reflection of what I like, and what I like is a big part of who I am. This is what makes this dish special, and special is what it's all about. So suddenly it all becomes very basic, but also of course more time consuming. But making something that reflects who we are is more time consuming. But luckily for me, I really love working with myself and the music. If you liked this video, then please hit the thumbs up button and consider to subscribe to my channel. It would truly make me happy. And as always, if you have a question or problem, then please let me know and I will see if I can help you. Enjoy!